Good morning, afternoon, evening, ladies, whenever you're watching this. Cheers. I have, what is it called? Salted caramel this morning. If you haven't tried it, it is so good. And surprisingly, we thought it was going to sell out, but they just keep giving us more of it. So I think you can still get it. I put some coffee in it too this morning. Oh my gosh, so good. So cheers to that. I just finished my workout, so needed some of that. Alrighty, let's talk about some nutrition stuff. If there's any questions that you have, of course, all week long, post it into the group. That's what we're all here for. If you know the answers, please answer them. I mean, we're just here as a community to just all support one another. And Blake and I will be there to answer the questions too all week long. But that's what these office hours is what we're calling it, or Q&A time is for too. So we can just come on and chat. And I get it that, life is happening and you have work and stuff and life and kids. And so if you can't come on live, I totally get that. If you can, do. But if you have questions you want us to address in these calls, then do post them in that weekly post that's talking about this Zoom call, and we'll make sure we address them. I have some things that I saw kind of come up this week and that came up for me also that I think might be helpful, that I thought I would talk about today. The first one is something that I did for myself and that I've seen often come up for many people, and that is I switched my meal plan. I added in some more food. So I dialed back in my nutrition like we've all been doing with this group for 30 days. So I started a little bit before this group started because I wanted to kind of test things out. And that's kind of what prompted the idea of this group. I dialed back in my nutrition for 30 days, and I've been using the Ultimate Portion Fix program. I've been using it for 5.5 years, but I gotten kind of lazy, sort of like easing into the laziness throughout 2020, but most especially the past, 3 or 4 months. And so I was feeling really icky because of it, and then struggling to control my emotions because of that. Our emotions and our sleep schedule, everything about us is really tied to what we eat. And I was really feeling that. And so I was like, okay, I want to dial back in my nutrition. I want to dial back in on my portion fix. And I decided I wanted to go with the weight loss plan for myself, because I was feeling like, okay, I put on a couple pounds with getting kind of lazy with things, and I'd like to lose those. So I'm going to try the weight loss plan for myself, because with Portion Fix, if you're following To Be Mindset, Portion Fix, when you do your calculation to figure out how much food you should be eating in a day, you can decide, okay, am I going to be at a maintenance level, or am I of food, or am I going to be at a weight loss level? What are my goals here? And so I decided to go with the weight loss level. I want to eat the amount of nutrition I should be eating a day in order to lose weight. And so I did that for 30 days, and that ended on Monday officially. And, I shared my results with you at the 21-day mark, because that's when I also finished a fitness program. And the results were really the same at the end of 30 days. I had not lost any pounds on the scale, but I had lost inches. And I had also seen some physical and emotional changes. So I lost about 3 or 4 inches, which is awesome. Okay. I'm 44. Things in our bodies definitely start changing. And I've noticed that, losing numbers on the scale definitely will change. But inches is like, that's gold. Losing inches is gold. That's what you see. That's what your clothes see. That's what people see when you're walking down the street. That's the toning. That's everything. So that's the true gold. The number on the scale isn't. And yet we tie so much in our society to that number on the scale. And it's so hard to let go of that. And I also had lost the bloating that I was feeling, like especially in the evening. I was struggling really bad with some really painful bloat, and that was gone. and I was struggling really bad with some brain fog, especially in the afternoon. I would just get to this like procrastination state. Like I would just like, I'd start scrolling on my phone mindlessly. And I was like, I have all this stuff I want and need to do, and I just could not make myself do it. That I think was really a result of being chronically dehydrated. And so part of this dialing back in and with logging things with Ultimate Portion Fix, and we do this with 2B Mindset also, it helped me realize, gosh, I am way under on the amount of water I'm drinking. And I was also just not balanced in my nutrition. So anyway, those things all got corrected in those 30 days. But the number on the scale did not change. If anything, it may have actually gone up about a pound or a half a pound. So I was, it's still, honestly, even for me, 5.5 years later of doing this, I do still struggle with that. Like, oh, I just want to see that number on the scale change, because it's in our society. It's been ingrained in us for 44 years, right? So what Autumn with Ultimate Portion Fix teaches us, and I can't recall, to be perfectly honest, Blake can attest to this a little bit better with 2B Mindset, but I think Alana would probably say the same with 2B Mindset, that when you are at a place where, especially, you're wanting to lose only the last 5 to 10 pounds, what often can happen is you need to go to your maintenance level. You need more food. And when you give your body more food, then all of a sudden your body's going to go, okay, I'm going to kick into gear. I'm going to kick that metabolism into gear. And now I'm going to lose the number on the scale. I'm going to maybe even lose some more inches too. I'm going to kick everything, the energy level, all of it, the sleep schedule, all of it's going to start happening even more, because when we're eating at a deficit, things slow down. And when we're especially eating at a deficit for much too long, things slow down. So I said, okay, well, that is what I coach people to do. That if, okay, we're not seeing the results we want to see, then what we need to do is try to change things, to say, okay, body, what do you need then? And I struggled with this. I was like, okay, but I'm feeling really good with eating at my weight loss level, because I'm not hungry. I was feeling very energetic, and I was feeling very satisfied with eating that way. Yeah, there was still a little, I wanted to see some more physical changes at the same time. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna bump up to my maintenance level. And so I did that at the start of this week. And I want to tell you, I feel very satisfied when I eat. I do not feel overfull. I do not feel bloated. It didn't change any of that. So it's, sometimes you think like, oh no, now if I'm adding more food, I'm going to feel the bloating's going to come back. I'm going to feel it's going to be too much. It's not a great difference. So from one plan to the next, all I added was 1 carb, I added 1 fruit, and I think I added a healthy fat in there, teaspoon. So it's not like this major change. And I feel exactly the same. And I'm actually already 5 days in, I feel like I'm leaning out a little bit more. And granted, I'm really enjoying this new Let's Get Up dance workout too. So, I think the two combined, it's really working. So I encourage you, if you are at that point where you're like, gosh, I just would love to lose that 5 to 10, I'd love to tone up just a little bit more, consider that. Consider bumping up to that next level of your maintenance level, and see what that does for you. Try it for 30 days. 30 days, that's it. See what happens. This is how we learn our bodies. This is how we learn where our sweet spot is. Okay, so the other thing that I saw has been kind of coming up in our group, and I know comes up in my life all the time, is going off plan on the weekends, or when something kind of comes up in life. This happens, right? Well, first off, I want you to know it happens. And this is what life is, okay? It doesn't mean you've fallen off track and the end of the world has happened and oh my gosh, you're still here. Okay? Just give yourself that love first off. And I think a good tip, everybody's different, but I think a good tip is when you are in a group like this, nutrition intensive, is to decide, okay, what am I wanting right now? What is my priority right now? Is my priority to dial in my nutrition? Is my priority to eat well for 30 days, eat on plan for 30 days? Is my priority to lose weight right now? Is my priority to feel better? To get my nutrition to have me feeling in control of my emotions, getting the bloat down, feeling good in my skin, feeling good in my clothes. Is that a priority? Or is my priority to be able to eat well, but also be able to eat with my family? And to be able to enjoy times out going to pizza and have that pizza too. So it comes to like, what's the priority here? And what's the priority right now? So sometimes we get a little bit of ahead of ourselves and we go, okay, well, yeah, but I don't want to have to eat this way for the rest of my life. And I don't want to never have that pizza again and that beer again and go out with my girlfriends again. I'm not talking like ever again. I want you to think, what's your priority right now? And, it's okay if your priority right now is to say, my priority right now is to eat well, but I also want to be able to have the pizza and the beer and the girlfriend nights out. That's okay. We can make that happen. There's ways to live that lifestyle. Absolutely. And that is what Portion Fix and To Be Mindset are all about. And if your priority, you decide right now is like, I want to get this dialed in. I want to really learn this for myself. I want to get control of my emotions. I want to feel really good in my skin. I want to lose weight, whatever those answers are. Maybe it's all of them. Maybe it's one of them. Then that's your priority right now, but you have to decide that for yourself. And so I find that really helpful for me when it comes to a weekend and the family's ready to go out for pizza, to go, okay, what's my priority right now? And it changes. So like this weekend right now, I've been really focusing myself on getting this nutrition dialed back in. At first, last 30 days, it was during that weight loss program plan. Now I'm dialing it back in on the maintenance plan, but I really want to see what this does for my body and how it makes me feel and how it helps me control my emotions. So the only way I know I'm going to be able to do that is if I actually follow it. In another 30 days, my priority may become more of, okay, now I want to have this more incorporated with my family life, being able to have that pizza and things like that. And it doesn't mean that tomorrow I might change it and go, because we're actually going out tomorrow to a soccer game with my son and his friend. And so I might, like tweak it here and there. But so, that's my tip for the weekend, life happening, instead of us getting so hard on ourselves of like, oh, I ate bad again. Ugh, instead just getting really connected with what our priorities are. Okay, so the other thing I wrote down is I did write down, and this is a little bit of what I just talked about, is what does this lifestyle of eating well look like to you? So, that's just a little bit of what we just talked about. But I mean, I think that is something to also think about. You can journal about it if you're somebody who likes to journal. But, I think when you do that, I want you to think about, what does this lifestyle of eating well look like to you today within this life? 30-day span, but also what does it look like to you in the future? That's something also to consider, because those would be two possibly very different things. And it's something for you to get very connected with, so you know what you're going for. Because sometimes we look at these things, we're like, okay, I just want to lose those 5-10 pounds, or I just want to lose the 20 pounds. And that's just, we're so focused on that instead of looking at these programs to understand, okay, how can I really incorporate this to help it be sustainable? And so getting connected with understanding what you want this lifestyle to look like for you can be really, really helpful in as you absorb all this information. Okay. The last thing I wanted to talk about is there is some new tracking available in our BOD app, our Beachbody On Demand app. So where you go to get your workouts, where you go to access our group. And I thought I would just log in and show that to you in case you haven't seen it, because it's pretty cool. And I can't remember, I think it was Michelle or Heather that pointed it out in our group. So thank you to you. That was awesome. Give me a brief second while I pull up. I cannot minimize. Okay. So, oh, poo. So I'm going to do this. You're going to see a whole bunch of my computer screen has like 5,000. I can't do that. How do I open to be able to? I want to be able to share my phone screen if I can, and I forgot to open the thingy to let me do that, so bear with me. I might have to just talk you through it. No, that's not what I want. So, oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. We're making progress, you guys. All right, here we come. Hold your horsies. I'm gonna get it. Gosh, I have so much open on this computer. It's craziness. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. It's so nice out finally, but it's gonna snow again here. Can you believe it? And a helicopter goes by. Okay, I think we're almost there. Okay, so let me do this. Oh, I think I am sharing my screen. You saw it. Okay, cool. So let's see. Hopefully you are seeing my screen. I'm going to go into the Beachbody On Demand app on my phone. Okay, you sign in. Okay, I'm not going to track my workouts right now. Okay. So in the Beachbody On Demand app, at the bottom is our tracking. So if you haven't been tracking your workouts, your Shakeology, anything yet, then this is where you go to get into your tracking. So I'm going to tap on that. And so here's where you could track your workouts and you can log it to our group. You can track your Shakeology and log it to our group. And this is also where we can track our meal plans. Now, I am signed up with Portion Fix, and I know we can do the same with 2B Mindset. So when you create your account with your BOD app, you can say, am I using Portion Fix or am I using 2B Mindset? And then that will configure how this looks here for you. So what's cool is I can say right here, and I can also say, am I doing Plan A with Portion Fix? Am I doing Plan B with Portion Fix? Right now it's set to Plan A. I need to adjust it because I've changed. And then as I go throughout the day, I can say, okay, well, for breakfast, I had a red container, and I had a purple container, and I had a teaspoon, and I can log it. So it can help you to keep track right there on your phone throughout the day, which is super duper helpful, especially when it comes to like going out to eat on a Friday night or something, to just keep track of things. Now here's what's new, and this is what I can't, I'm sorry, was it Michelle or Heather or who was it who pointed this out? They added this recently, the food list. Now I believe with 2B Mindset they did the same thing, so you can access this right here on your phone. So this is so cool. When I first started with Portion Fix, I used to bring the little logbook with me to restaurants when I first started to like just kind of get control and understand the food list. So I would go out to dinner and I would be like, okay, I know for dinner I want I would plan out, I'm going to save a red container, a green container, a yellow container, so a protein, a veggie, and a carb, and a teaspoon, because most restaurants you can find something that fits that mold. And so, but then I would look at my food list as I'm looking at the menu to go, okay, what would best fit in a red container again? What best qualifies as a yellow container, trying to learn them as I was going. And so I had the little book with me and I would hold it under the table. That's how I learned it. We didn't have the videos when I first started Portion Fix. We didn't have the trackers on the phone, and we didn't have the recipes, none of it. So this is all so cool to me. Anyway, so you can tap on this now. And oh, look at this. So now if you're like, okay, what's the food list for the green container? I just tap on it and there it goes. And as a reminder, with Portion Fix, the most nutritious items are listed at the top. The least nutritious items are listed down below. Not that you can't fill your container with pickles. You could. It's just probably not going to be the most nutritious way to go. But just the way it's noted here. So yeah, super duper helpful. So it really is helpful too. Like say you're out to dinner, you're like, gosh, okay, you're out to dinner, you're not bringing your containers, you're eyeballing sizes. So it can be really helpful. Be like, okay, yeah, 10 asparagus is going to be my portion size. Cool. Okay, now I know, right? Things like that. Free foods. Oh, cool. I can see that easily when I'm out. So I just think that's super helpful. So there's other things that you can see here in your tracker. You can also track your energize. You can track your recover. You can set it up to track other nutritional products. You can track your water as well. So I have it set that I want to drink 65 ounces a day, so I can track that. And you can also track your results here as well. You can put in photos, you can track your weight, you can track your inches, all of it. So many good things that you can keep track of right here to just help you stay with your goals. So I hope that is super helpful to you, but use the tools. They are all there for you. So any questions that you have throughout the week, definitely post them in their group. We are all there for each other. And, we'll meet again next Friday, and hope you have a great, happy weekend. See y'all soon. Bye-bye.